Okay, Steph.
Lekker, Hans.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. We had a lekker, we're back from holiday, like we said.
Yeah. Missed a week.
We missed a week, actually.
We did.
We had to catch up and follow the games after the fact, some of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, some interesting games. I think the biggest game of the weekend was obviously Liverpool City.
Definitely. Yeah. They said it's the best game so far of the season.
Yeah, I think so.
The first half was not great.
Yeah.
0-0 at half time. But what a goal from Salah.
Yes, what a fantastic solo ball onto this foot, that foot.
Yeah, that guy's just crazy.
Shot.
But
even Foden's goal, I mean, he had so little to aim for.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was great.
And what was cool about it is it wasn't like one team wasn't 2-0 ahead. It was goal, and then a late goal to draw the game.
No, what a game.
They celebrated like it was a win.
Yeah, almost. And it just shows how far the other teams are off.
Yeah.
If I have a look at that game, that second half, and I have a look at clubs like Man U or Arsenal or Tottenham, they're not close to that.
No.
So it's a bit worrying for me as a United fan.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to come down to those three teams. I think Chelsea's definitely going to be there. Yeah.
Chelsea didn't look good for a while there.
No, they didn't.
My brother's a Chelsea fan. He was complaining a bit, and then they just scored a whole bunch of late goals.
It's about to win.
Yeah,
you've got to get those
3-1.
Got to get those points. Yeah. So still, no, I think Chelsea's up there, and what a game! What a game by those two teams.
Big deflection late on by De Bruyne's shot.
Yeah, no, it was, but it happens.
It could have gone in, I think, still.
Yeah, I think who's the keeper? Alisson would have got there. Yeah. I think so. But you never know. But that's how it goes.
If you're very critical, you could say Matip probably should have ducked or done something, because what could happen when it hits your body like that? Unless it hits you right on the chest or something.
Yeah. So but great game there.
Yeah.
Man U. Everton.
Yes. Two big clubs. Everton's a big club, and they've been doing well. They've got a very good coach, a very clever coach.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. I think that the main thing there for me is those are the games that United need to win if they want to stay with a City or a Liverpool or whatever the case might be, at Chelsea.
Especially
and we're not winning those at home as well,
Yeah.
and we're struggling at home. We've got this amazing record away from home.
Yeah.
We're still unbeaten, and I don't know 28 games now or something.
Yes.
New record, but we can't win at home, which is very strange for United, because we've got these amazing fans.
And
still we're struggling to win at home. So there's something not going great there. I don't know if the tactics maybe.
You still look at it, and a lot of the old United players talk about that play with the fast wingers. The very good central midfielder, defensive midfielder, like a ruthless guy like a Roy Keane, who really doesn't take crap from anyone.
Just controlling the game from wide, and
guys who whip the ball into the box from both sides relentlessly over and over again. And if you look at your gigs and those guys, they were goal scorers as well. So there's a little bit lacking there. And buying one guy is not going to solve a few of the issues.
Listen, I think Sancho is that type of player.
Yeah.
He likes to come from wide.
Yeah.
But he hasn't fitted in at all yet. Yeah, so it might, remember, playing in Bundesliga is much slower.
Yes.
So maybe it's just getting used to it a little bit. Rashford is back. He scored last night, 3 goals, two out of the 3 in a behind closed doors friendly.
Oh, okay.
So Rashford at his first game back.
Yeah.
Like I said, scoring 2 of the 3 goals against
that's a positive.
Blackburn, I think. They're playing Blackburn,
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Maybe he can make a difference, but we need something, because it's just there is pressure. We haven't. It's not like we are. I think we 2 from the top, 2 points from the top or something. It's not. But still. We are going into our difficult games now.
Yeah.
So we're playing Chelsea, Leicester, Tottenham, and City or something in 5 weeks or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So
to show what you're made of now.
Yeah. So if we lose 4 of those, maybe Ole is going to get a little bit of pressure there.
Yeah, there will be pressure. Yeah.
So with that team, you have to. You can't. With that team, still needs a few players, but with that team, you can't. You can't. I think it's now in the Premier League 1 win out of 4 or something in the last 4 games or something. Well, that's all competitions, but still, with that's quite. It's just not.
Yeah.
No.
I think in January you'll look for a defensive midfielder if there's a top class one available. Maybe just a guy there.
He's going to be available in January.
Yeah, and it has to be like one of the best in the world. Otherwise, there's no point.
No, exactly.
Or the best young guy or something like that.
Yeah, because you can't buy someone that's the same as Fred or McTominay is good enough. I think so. He's a good squad player, but you need someone just a little bit, like you said, a Roy Keane or someone that's a little bit harder there in the midfield that can play forward as well. Because we're too negative, so there's no one going forward from the midfield. We have to go wide. We can't play through the middle at all.
Yeah.
So just to put that pressure off the back 4 as well, or the back 2, just to get the pressure off them as well. But it's not happening at the moment. So it's going to be a few changes, I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Ole can just just get us on a run again.
Yeah.
And then your team, or one of your teams.
I was very happy about Leeds that they got their first win. They had a couple of few draws, and then the first win against Watford. Watford fired their coach.
I saw that.
And they bought Ranieri.
I didn't see that.
Yes.
I saw that.
So Ranieri they got Ranieri in there.
Okay.
So that might make a change. I mean, that's a Premier League winner.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think the second season in the Premier League is always difficult. I think they've got the right mix of players. I still think going forward they might need a good young out-and-out striker. There is a guy in the youth system called Gellard who might come through. But it's always difficult the second season. The honeymoon's over. Now you got to knuckle down and perform.
And a guy like Bamford scoring how many goals last season?
Yes,
hasn't shown anything this season. So like you say, you need a guy that can score. If you want to stay in the Premier League, you need a guy that can score you 20 goals, 25 goals in the season.
Yeah, and then of course Arsenal has had a decent run. They beat Tottenham convincingly, and then 4
in a row, or not losing with the draw now.
Yeah, so it was a 0-0 draw. Let me just get it.
It's a 0-0 draw, and Brighton is on fire.
Yeah,
so at Brighton. That's really not a bad draw at this moment for Arsenal. I think they're just starting to get a little bit of a feel for the new players and
there's central midfielders that they want to start off fit. Ben White and Gabriel look good to me.
So
the new guy Tomayasu looks good.
It looks good,
Yeah, so I'm happy with what's happening at the moment.
Smith Rowe is playing well as well. Yeah. So
it's just young guys. They need time. They will improve.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I'm happy that they're giving Arteta time. We've got into a new international break, and he's still there. So good for him. They're 6 points off the top. Anything can happen.
That's the thing about the Premier League.
You
lose 3 in a row, and then you win 3 in a row, and you're back in on it. So. But I still don't think it's going to be a top 4 for them. But it looks like they're definitely going to fight for
maybe
Europa. They have to. Club like Arsenal have to. You can't stay down there.
Okay, let's have a look at fixtures for next week.
Next week.
We said there's not really a game where two big clubs are playing against each other. Liverpool, Watford, Liverpool away. It'll be interesting to see what Ranieri brings. Often when a new coach comes in, it's a tricky game.
Yeah, it's just like that every player is playing for the his name or just to stay in the squad because everyone's new now. He's probably going to come in and say, "Listen, I'm starting over as I know him." So the guys are going to be on top of their games definitely. So it's not going to be an easy game, but Liverpool in form now with Salah in form and
should be a win for them.
It should be an easy win for them. Yeah, I think the one big game that we said was Leicester Man U. Man U away once again. We've got a good record away. Leicester not looking great this season.
Unfortunately, a must-win for both teams.
Yes,
even so early in the season because Leicester they want to compete for a top 6 spot. And they are in the bottom half.
Yeah, exactly. And we can't lose again now. No. We can't lose. So it's going to be a tough one. I think we might play.
Maybe mix it up a bit. Maybe try something different.
I think so too. I think we should just maybe start Cavani and Ronaldo. Why not? Just try something.
Ronaldo's played at 10 so much in his career. He can come off the wing.
Yeah, he can. From the left. I think he did actually last week when he came on. So it's must win. Leicester's never easy.
No.
So good coach.
No.
Good tactics always. Most probably we'll sit back a little bit and wait for the. And we struggle.
Break with Vardy. Vardy's dangerous. Scoring goals again. Vardy's looking very good.
Yes. So that's the big thing, and we struggle against teams like that.
Yeah.
That's why we win most of our games against the top 6.
Yeah.
But we lose against Everton and Southampton and teams like that. You're just sitting back a little bit more, which makes it difficult for us to open them up.
Yeah.
And we've got the players, we don't have the tactics to open them up. And that's the big worrying thing.
Yeah, it's pressure's coming. There's pressure on Oli.
Yes, it's going to be. We might actually see a new coach.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
Give him some time.
I hope so. But at the moment, tactics not good enough.
Yeah.
No.
This year's overperformers is definitely Brentford, and they're playing Chelsea at home.
Yes.
Which should be very interesting to see what they can do against one of the high flyers.
Yeah.
And what tactic they'll employ. Will they look for goals? If they look to score goals, they might be in trouble.
I think so too.
I don't think it will be a big win for Chelsea. I think Chelsea will win.
It's going to be a difficult game now.
But I think it might be close. It might be a case of a damn wall breaking and then a few late goals. Or so.
Chelsea's too good. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
But Brentford's looking good.
But that's a potential banana peel.
Yes, and I think like the main striker Tony hasn't scored a lot of goals yet. Where last year I think he was the highest scorer. Well, in the team definitely. So a guy like that, if he's not on form yet and they're still actually winning games, they might be looking at a top of finish in the top of a table finish.
Yeah, so they'll probably, these teams normally have a little bit of a mid-season slump. And then they regain it, and then they end in a for them, because they just don't want to be relegated.
That's the main thing.
So if they end in the top half, that's massive for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and there's always that team.
Sort of similar to Leeds, a nice attacking style, no fear. They're not scared of anyone.
Good coach as well. I like the coach.
Very good coach.
And he's crazy.
He's been there for long as well. They've been very unlucky in the playoffs in the Championship for many years. Yeah. They've been close to the Premier League for so long. So I'm very happy for them that they're doing well. And then a few Newcastle Spurs, also for both teams a must win. Yeah. Spurs to get up the log and Newcastle to get out of the relegation zone.
Exactly, yeah.
You say there's talk of an acquisition, talk of a buy at Newcastle.
Yes, I heard it today. It's a Saudi Arabia company or some prince or I don't know.
Yet again, someone from the Middle East. Yeah.
And there's a few unhappy because they said it's going to be big changes. So I think Newcastle is a very traditional club. They like their traditions and everything like that, but it might be good for them. I don't think they want to be that club that's like a Man City or PSG. Within 5 years, you're sitting with billions of pounds of players. But
keep an eye on it.
Not going to worry if they win a league or something, which might happen. You never know.
Arsenal,
with the money coming in now.
Arsenal would like to bounce back at home against Palace, but won't be easy. Palace is scoring goals, but they also concede quite a few goals.
They do,
so that could be interesting.
Looking good as well.
I would say Arsenal win there for me. Probably.
I think so too. With the form they're on now, I think they might just get a 2-1 or 2-0 win for me, definitely.
Okay, then we just lastly have a quick look at fantasy. So in my team, I'm week for week trying to get rid of my my Chelsea players.
Yes, that was shocking last week.
Yes, the rotation is killing me.
I had Alonso. I bought Alonso. He was the most bought player last week. And he didn't play.
They rested him. Yes.
So that was horrible. But
he played for Spain last night.
Exactly. No, he's not injured.
He's hardly ever played for Spain, and now they drafted him into the Spanish squad so late in his career. And they broke Italy's record.
I think it's going to be a difficult one at the moment is Alexander Arnold, which we don't know if he's going to be fit. They say there's a chance that he might be fit.
Yeah. I sold Mount and I bought that guy.
Rafinha. Well done.
I bought Rafinha. Thanks, Alan, for the shirt. My friend in England, good friend.
I'd like to meet you, please.
So difficult. A few guys, if we just look at the form guide here, transfers, a few guys that's difficult to get into your team. We mentioned Vardy.
Well, I saw on form it's Salah first and then it's Townsend second at the moment.
I've got Demara Gray, but you know what's going to happen? If I sell Gray and I buy Townsend, Gray's going to score. Because he's almost among the goals and he takes a lot of shots on goal and stuff. So I'm going to stick with Gray. I'm not going to buy Townsend just yet. And then you've got all these City and and Chelsea defenders,
Yes,
of which I can't buy a single one.
Well, Cancelo, I saw actually, and we've been moaning about them rotating. Cancelo played every minute of every game in the Premier League so far. So
next week they're going to rest him.
They might. I didn't buy him yet, but that's an easy switch from if Alexander-Arnold is still injured. Just a quick switch for the week maybe, and then switch it back next week if you want.
Arsenal defenders are good value.
I bought Ben White last week.
Yeah.
So made a few changes.
I've got him.
Shaw is out now. We had this chat 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So after that yellow card and the 0 points of that week.
And they've got a nice run, Arsenal.
They do.
So do Leeds. So if you're looking at attacking
Chelsea
players
as well. That's the big thing. Chelsea's got there's a lot of players coming in from Chelsea.
Wolves, Marcel.
He's doing well as well. Yeah.
They also have a bit of an easier run. And in the midfield, it's also difficult. Saka might be a good buy.
Yeah.
I never want to buy Zaha. He's never performed for me in the past.
I think the most bought players, trying to think now, so far was Townsend.
Yeah.
Who scored against Man U as well.
Yeah.
And then which was I think Cancelo actually.
Yeah.
The defender. And then
Dakura is actually a defensive midfielder, but he's doing so well and he's popping up in the box so often. Yeah, that is an option, but I'm always wary. I did it with Gundogan last year. He scored a whole bunch of goals, and then I bought him and he stopped scoring because he's actually more of a defensive midfielder. He's a deeper. I don't think he's really defensive. He's a sort of a box-to-box player, if you have to.
And then just for interest's sake, the most sold player this week so far is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, really?
And most of them most of the people sell him and then buy Lukaku. Where I've got both of them.
He's not performing, Lukaku.
Lukaku's not performing as
well.
I
would buy Vardy. I would buy this Chinese guy from Wolves.
That's the second. The third most bought player was that guy. That guy. I know Scott
has him. He bought him before he scored one goal, and he bought him, and then he scored two goals
twice on the weekend. Yes, Scott had a good weekend. We struggled, but Scott I think made 50 points or something.
Struggled.
Well done, Scott.
In your absence, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Aubameyang with Arsenal doing better, but he's not scoring. He's like on and off. I won't go Aubameyang way. Vardy, I think, is a good buy.
Aubameyang, I think if you wait a little while and maybe his price drops a bit, I think there's going to be a Aubameyang in the season where he's going to score 10 in 10 games or whatever. I think it might be an option later on.
Yes.
So just wait for that.
It's interesting for me. It makes it very tricky with Chelsea and City because I don't want a single Chelsea or City player.
But you need them in defence. That's a big thing. But if you only knew what I think that Chelsea went and they said, "Oh, did you see Alonso is the most bought player?
No.
Let's not play him."
Normally there's a defender that plays every game. I'm not seeing it.
Cancelo, which I didn't know, but he's playing. But now you've got Rudiger still there. You've got Alonso.
Rudiger's playing every game.
But he's not he scores goals now and then. But
the clean sheets. Okay, it's a lot of clean sheets.
That's the big thing. Keeper wise, are you still just
cheap keepers? Sanchez and Giata from Palace.
I think I've got the same. I'm not spending here and there. Yeah, I'm not spending there.
Especially Sanchez.
Yeah, and they play Norwich.
Yeah.
So I've got him one as well.
Okay. Cool. Great.
Good luck.
Cheers.